Cats are known for their unpredictable quirks, and their staring habit is one that throws many of us off. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss it as just another odd feline behavior. Maybe they're bored, or simply trying to get your attention. But more often than not, that stare means something. Because when a cat locks eyes with you, it's rarely without purpose. Behind that silent gaze is a quiet signal, a thought unspoken, a message waiting to be understood. And if you're not paying close attention, it's easy to miss what they're really trying to say. So what's going on behind those eyes? What's your cat trying to tell you when they sit silently and just stare? Fortunately, you're not alone in this, and we've got the answers. To understand that, we need to look at how cats see the world, starting with their eyes. Dr. Alison Gerken, a veterinarian specializing in animal behavior, puts it simply: while humans might find staring awkward or confrontational, for cats, it's often the opposite. Eye contact is one of their key ways of communicating, and it's surprisingly rich with meaning. Once you know how to read it, that silent stare becomes something else entirely. Not a mystery, but a moment of connection. And today, we're going to explore exactly what that means. Cats communicate a lot through their eyes, as these little windows into their world can tell you a lot about how they're feeling. According to Dr. Janet Cutler, a certified animal behaviorist, a study found that cats would often look to humans for help when they couldn't solve a puzzle to retrieve food. This implies that cats rely on eye contact to express needs or seek assistance. But there's more to it than just looking. Slow blinking, for instance, is one of the most common ways cats convey affection. This slow blink is essentially their way of saying, "I trust you, and I feel safe around you." If that slow blink has ever melted your heart, give this video a like. It's the quietest love language, and it deserves to be seen. However, Dr. Cutler advises that it's important not to just focus on the eyes when interpreting your cat's behavior. Cats, like humans, use a combination of body language, such as tail movements, ear positioning, and even facial expressions, to communicate. These nonverbal cues provide a fuller picture of your cat's emotional state. So, if you've ever wondered why your cat is staring at you from across the room, it's likely they're trying to tell you something deeper about their needs or their state of mind. Now, you may be wondering, does your cat want something specific from you when they stare at you? The answer could vary, and it's helpful to observe the surrounding context. According to Dr. Denise Johnson, a certified cat behavior consultant, staring, in and of itself, is fairly non-specific. The context of the situation matters. For instance, is your cat staring at you while leaning forward with a relaxed body posture? This likely means they're affectionate, calm, and simply enjoying your company. If your cat is giving you a direct stare while their ears are flat and their posture is tense, this could be an indicator that they are either feeling threatened or are in a state of high alert. Another important factor to consider when interpreting your cat's stare is pupil dilation. Dr. Johnson points out that dilated pupils can be a sign of stress or excitement. It's possible your cat is preparing to pounce on a toy or even playfully pounce on you if the moment is right. On the flip side, constricted pupils could indicate a more aggressive or frightened stance. In these instances, your cat may not be as relaxed as you would like them to be. You may also notice that sometimes your cat's gaze is less about looking at you and more about observing their environment. Cats are naturally curious creatures. If they're staring at you while you unpack groceries or perform some other strange human ritual, it's likely that they're just trying to make sense of what's happening. Dr. Gerken suggests that for cats, anything out of the ordinary is often a source of fascination, and they're inclined to keep an eye on these changes, even if they don't fully understand them. But what about when your cat stares at you with a deep, unwavering focus? This could be a sign that they are truly comfortable and trust you deeply. Dr. Gerken highlights that if your cat's stare is accompanied by slow blinking, that's essentially their version of saying, "I love you," in cat language. They are showing you their most vulnerable side. This behavior is instinctive. Cats have evolved to communicate with their pack or family through these visual cues, and when they offer you a slow blink, they are welcoming you into their world. Another significant aspect of cat staring involves their response to your own energy. Cats are incredibly intuitive animals, and they pick up on emotional cues from their human companions. Have you ever noticed your cat following your mood or responding to your stress levels? Dr. Cutler explains that cats can actually catch your mood, a phenomenon known as emotional contagion. If you're feeling happy and calm, your cat might mirror that energy and approach you with love and affection. However, if you're stressed or upset, your cat may pick up on that, leading to behaviors like staring as a way to gauge your emotional state. Cats can sense when something feels off and may stare to assess if you need them. But let's take it a step further. What if your cat is staring because they are trying to communicate something with you? It could be a sign of hunger or a request for your attention. Dr. Gherkin notes that cats are masters of getting what they want through communication. Just like how a baby might cry to express a need, your cat could stare at you when they are hungry or want affection. Cats know that their gaze is a powerful tool for drawing your attention, and they are well aware that it can lead to a positive outcome, like food or a scratch behind the ears. It's also worth considering that some cats are more prone to staring than others due to their individual personalities. Dr. Johnson points out that certain breeds of cats, such as Siamese, are known for their vocalizations and tend to seek more attention from their owners. This behavior extends to their visual communication as well, and it's not uncommon for more social breeds to engage in staring as a way to maintain contact with their human companions. On the other hand, more independent cats may only stare at you occasionally, particularly when they need something specific. However, staring is not always a sign of affection or need. If your cat's staring seems out of character, it could indicate an underlying issue, such as pain or discomfort. Dr. Gherkin warns that if your cat stares blankly or appears disoriented for extended periods, it may be a sign of a cognitive issue, especially in older cats. Cognitive dysfunction syndrome, sometimes referred to as cat dementia, can affect older cats, leading to changes in their behavior, including excessive staring. If this is the case, it's important to take your cat to the vet for an evaluation. So what do you do if your cat is staring at you? The answer depends on the situation. If your cat is staring at you with a relaxed body and slow blinking, it's time to reciprocate the affection with a slow blink of your own. This will reassure your cat that everything is safe and that you love them back. However, if the staring seems aggressive or tense, it's best to give your cat space and not push for interaction. In situations where your cat appears anxious or fearful, it's important to address their needs and provide comfort in a non-threatening way. Now, we've discussed why your cat stares at you, but what about when they stare at other things? It could be a simple case of curiosity. Cats have a heightened sense of vision, and sometimes they'll fixate on a moving shadow or something they think might be prey. If your cat is staring at a wall or a seemingly random spot in the room, it could be that they're simply observing something they find intriguing, like a flickering light or a small insect. Have you ever caught your cat locked in a deep stare at nothing? Share your story below. We're curious too. In some cases, staring at an object can indicate that your cat is in hunting mode, especially if they're crouching down low to the ground. They may be tracking a target that's just out of reach, or their gaze could be focused on something they want to pounce on, like a toy, or even your hand. It's important to keep an eye on your cat's behavior during these moments to ensure they're not overstimulated or stressed. So the next time your cat stares at you, you'll know exactly what they're trying to tell you. But I'm curious, what's your cat's stare like? Does it make you feel uncomfortable? Or have you noticed it's a sign of affection? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips and insights on how to better understand and bond with your cat. We're building a community of pet lovers, and we'd love to have you join us. And hey, if you know someone who's always wondering about their cat's mysterious behaviors, share this video with them.